Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Tao Mail. Let's dive right in and start reading some journal entries. This from 42 years ago, because we're still in January of 1981. January 16th, 1981. Now to write in my log and almost complete my day. I'll read Cosmos before bed, but this is before that. Today after school, the whole school day we had tests and quizzes. I got my snow stuff on and went romping in the snow that was falling down, making everything enjoyable to be outside with. I straightened my room up and worked on a drawing most of the day of a go-kart plan. I like drawing things that I want. My means of expressing my desire. Then I ate supper. I started to play a tape while writing in this entry, but I remembered what I had on it, so I listened to it. It was a recording of me and Scott and me and Kevin. I got carried off in memories listening to it. I should write about how I feel. I really miss everyone. I am explaining it now. What am I saying? I listen to my little brother Kevin, and I get all choked up because I really miss him and everyone else. I have to quit. I'm going to listen to the tape some more. I'm caught between now and then. It's really strange. Tomorrow. Reading old journal entries is kind of like being caught between then and now, is it not? That's the fun thing about having a journal that you were dedicated to long ago and then reading it later on. It's the best form of entertainment, really. It's not outside entertainment. It's not entertainment created by somebody else. It's entertainment created by you. And the sense of pride that you get, that you can achieve by entertaining yourself by effort you put in years ago, that's really special. Let's read on. January 17th, 1981. Ooh, it's 1:20 in the morning. Kind of late. Let me go through the day. Up at 10:30, got ready to go in town at 11. Had to hustle my father to get going. Went into Barker's and got tapes. CVS for Joe's pictures. ShopRite for my shoe pads for my boots. The parents forgot the checkbook, so we came right back. I then sorted out all my tapes of stuff, which took me the afternoon. Then I cleaned my room. It looks like one now, a room. I then stretched out and lifted weights. Ate supper, had a big discussion with everyone, the family, about religion versus science. I then helped Joe take some special effects pictures until Saturday Night Live came on. We watched that till now. A pretty eventful day. Now the discussion we had about religion and science was a good one. It got me to see how close-minded I was to things. Not to say I'm converted, that's not it. I see how religious people view themselves better. I'm not quite sure where I want to go with my ideas yet, but I'll find out tomorrow. January 18th, 1981. My day was okay. Something entered my life that made it a little better. Nothing really special, though. I got a carpet in my room. Now I feel like I'm living in a real house. That's nice. Makes me feel good. That took up most of my day, getting my room set up to place it in, then putting it all back together. Earlier in the day, though, I fixed a table for Sue. That's what she asked me to do for the carpet. I still feel obligated to do something else in return because I don't feel fixing a table is worth a $63 carpet. So that's mainly what I did today. I also read a short story, By the Waters of Babylon. That gave me a good feeling too, positive. It was disaster, but showed the never-ending to know that man has. Got a little homework done too. Got to go tomorrow. I always try to have a little philosophical note in every entry. Makes it seem worthwhile. I'm not really the way you might deduce, not totally. Well, young Ken, thank you for this philosophical notes that you try to include along with the events of the day. That is the point. What is the meaning of anything or everything? Well, it's what you make it. And the journal is the perfect place to make your meaning. I think I'll make that a thumbnail. But I'm very interested in this part here where this young man is feeling a great sense of fairness. He didn't feel like fixing a table for his stepmom was as valuable to her as the $63 carpet was to him. Who's to say? But that's not the point. The point is having some scale, some internal scale of justice and value and fairness is pretty impressive. Way to go, Kent. Are you that way today? Absolutely. Absolutely. If anything, I undervalue myself. And I do notice when people overvalue themselves. You ever have that coworker or that fellow student that just thinks they're the shit when you know in your heart they're not? You know, they're always taking credit for something they didn't do, or just have an air of superiority, like just their existence makes them valuable. I always had a compass that told me that the effort I put into something created the value in that something. And whether I was good at it or not, I put tremendous effort into it. I still do today. And that's how I measure value, is in effort. Now, the flip side of that is whether or not it took a lot of effort to accomplish, what is the value of it to somebody else? And that's the tricky part. So if you don't know the value of something to somebody else that you've given them or offered them, best principle to follow is provide the best value that you can. You know, actually never worry about what the value could be to them. Worry about the best value that you can provide without stretching yourself too thin. And at least at the end of the day, the deal, the negotiation, the sale, the interaction, you feel good about yourself because you did the best that you could. It's pretty simple philosophy, but I'll tell you, you know, in the social media age, when you have a lot of grifters and promoters and influencers throwing out all of this advice and all of this so-called content that's making them valuable because it's getting a lot of attention. What's really that's the purest form of what I'm talking about. You know, what did they actually do versus the validation and or value that they're receiving in return? It's really complex, and it's really inflated and deflated in so many different ways these days. You know, and the best thing you can do is just understand what something is valuable, when something is valuable to you, and receive that in exchange for the best that you can do. That's all. We'll read some more tomorrow.